A man wounded in a police-involved shooting in the East End this afternoon has now died. CB24's Beatrice Vaisman joins us live from the scene near Danforth and Victoria Park with the latest information. Beatrice.
Scott, the Special Investigations Unit just confirming a few moments ago that this man who was shot by a police officer here in the back of a plaza at the southwest corner of Danforth and Victoria Park has now died in hospital. He was transported by paramedics around 12:15. That's what they tell CP24, in critical condition to a trauma center. Again, we've since learned from the SIU and Toronto Police that this man has now died from his injuries. Let me show you what it looks like here at the scene of this investigation. Not a whole lot happening at the scene right now, except for the fact that officers are holding the scene. What does that mean? They've put up all this police tape around the perimeter of this plaza, the perimeter in the middle of which their prime investigation is going to happen. There's a lot of debris here in the parking lot, which paints a story as to what happened. Firstly, there's an orange towel. That's a towel left behind by Toronto paramedics, certainly as they were administering first aid to this man. We don't have an age on him at this point, or an approximate even decade, just that he's over the age of 18, that he's an adult. Just feet away from where this orange towel is, there's a black backpack and a whole lot of scattered other objects on the ground here, including what looks like something like a medicine cabinet or something you would use in your washroom on the ground as well. There's still a lot of questions that we don't know the answers to at this point, Scott. Certainly the Special Investigations Unit, now that it has invoked its mandate, because this man has died as a result of being shot by a Toronto police officer, they're going to be conducting the main investigation here, firstly to determine what happened, secondly to determine if use of force was justified. One of the reasons for the interaction between this officer and this man is, according to Toronto Police, he had a knife. Did he try to lunge at an officer or make suggestions that he would lunge at an officer with his knife? We don't have that kind of information. That will all make up the scope of the Special Investigations investigation. Also, we don't actually know what prompted this call. Why did police arrive here? Officers from 55 Division, why did they arrive here to this parking lot at Victoria Park and Danforth? Why were they called? In fact, I was looking at the calls for service dashboard, something that's available and public for any citizen of Toronto to look at, where you can see service calls around the city. There are no service calls here in 55 Division in this area around the time of this shooting, just after noon. So did someone call 911? Did officers stumble across this man who had a knife here at Victoria Park and Danforth? We simply don't know at this point. What we do know is, I'm told the duty inspector, who I know is here on site, Roger Desrochers, he will not be speaking to media. He's not going to be making a statement. They've now deferred to the Special Investigations Unit, and we're waiting to find out if a representative from the SIU is actually going to be coming here to the scene as well. Scott, keep it here on CP24. We'll keep you updated with the latest information.
That's Beatrice Vaisman reporting live for us this afternoon. B, thanks for the updates.